Ooh, I'm excited for today's video. We're gonna do a question and answer. I put it over on like the community tab, a couple different social media places. You guys asked, and I'm gonna deliver the answers to you. Here's the fun part. If you want to hear Jason answer questions today at 3:30, so 30 minutes after this video is released, over on his channel, Living with Dementia, he's going to be answering questions over there. I will be answering a few more over there myself that were very much more like dementia related than the fun questions that you guys left for me over here. I love the variety that you guys asked. This is going to be great. So we're going to hop right into this. I have my little laptop down here and I'm going to try and rapid fire these. I'm going to try not to get too chatty. I like to sit here and chat with you guys because I just feel like we're friends, but I don't want to bore you. So I'm going to try and whip through these and answer as many as I can. This one I'm going to read verbatim so I make sure I don't mess up. It says, about your previous career, do you miss it? First of all, just in case you don't know, my previous career, I was a registered nurse. I was a NICU nurse. Oh, it says, because it misses you. Your endurance and patience, your spirit forged on the unit. It shows. You have more to give as an example. Well, hold on. I'm not normally emotional about something like this. I had a really rough day today. Not going to even pretend I haven't. And so my mind is a little bit on what I was doing before this. We had a neurology appointment for Jason. You know, just going to those appointments, I'm hoping that these questions can fill that little hole in my heart that I have right now of sadness. So, about your previous career, do you miss it because it misses you? Your endurance and patience, your spirit forged on the unit, and it shows. You have more to give as an example, surviving and thriving. Your balance is something to admire. Did we work together? Did you work on my unit with me? I don't recognize this name, so, All right, here's the deal. I'm going to be so honest in these. I miss my babies. I miss my friends at work, but I do not miss working 12-hour shifts at night. So there's that balance. I loved working in the NICU. Oh, I loved it. I loved just the whole environment and that whole aspect of nursing. It was awesome. But I feel so needed here that I feel fulfilled. And so I feel like my nursing skills are getting put to their best use right now, right here. But man, I miss the unit. And if anybody's watching, I miss you. One of the questions that I get asked often is, how can we support you? What can we do to help you out? And I love that. Thank you for thinking of us in that way. Liking the videos, hyping the videos, sharing, being subscribed, and supporting me when I have a sponsor. And let me explain what I mean by that, because I've had over the years a handful of people leave the weirdest comments where they get snarky because I have a sponsor. Like this week, I love Hungry Root. I only put sponsors in of things I actually use and actually enjoy. I'm never going to try and sell you something that I'm not really doing. You have no idea how many things I have turned down because I'm like, yeah, no. I'm not showing that to them. Clicking on the sponsor and going over and just checking it out. That helps me out. That gives engagement. I once had a lady say, are you wanting on the chair and I'm blocking it? Hold on, Evie wants on the chair. I once had a lady say to me, I love how I'm putting a tone on her. I was really enjoying this video until all of a sudden you had an ad. That's weird to me. Like, do people get mad at you for going to work and providing for your family? No, nobody's not like, oh, I am so annoyed at you for going to work. How dare you? This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to provide for my family. And so when I see other creators, especially smaller ones like me, have sponsorships and all that, I am cheering them on. I'm like, yes, you go, because it takes a lot of work to get those and to build those relationships and have other people trust you by sponsoring their stuff. So keep that in mind. Those are the ways that you can support me and Jason and just help keep me to be able to take care of him and take care of the family. So that's what I'm doing, and I appreciate every single thing. This chokes me up because none of this is possible without you. Are you guys like me and you find yourself standing in your kitchen trying to figure out what to make for dinner every night? That's when I started using Hungry Root because it takes the guesswork out of it. Hungry Root has totally figured out the way that I like to eat. So now most of the time it fills my cart and I'm like, yes, I love this idea. And I don't even have to think about it. So each week then my meal planning just got so much more simple. And not only meals, I get snacks. I get breakfast items for Jason and I, yogurt, granola, all kinds of things, even blueberry muffins. I love that Hungry Root fills my cart and basically takes the guesswork out of everything for me. It has made my life so much more easy. For me personally, and I know everyone's different, but for me personally, my number one favorite thing about Hungry Root is the majority of their recipes are 15 minutes or less. I don't want to spend a lot of time. I don't want it to be complicated. I just want to be able to make it quick, fast, have a yummy meal, and not have to worry about it. So I got my little sheet here because I thought I would share with you some of the meals that we are doing this week because a lot of people ask because they're curious. Okay, so I'm doing cheesy chili chicken tacos with jasmine rice. I'm doing classic barbecue sloppy joes with ciabatta buns. Honey garlic beef with cilantro lime rice. I'm doing cookout style cheesy barbecue pork sandwich, which that is actually what I think I'm getting ready to make Jason. Actually, we're gonna have for lunch. Are you guys like us and sometimes you eat your bigger meal at lunch and then a smaller thing at dinner? That's just a little habit we've kind of started doing and I love it. And then I ordered a bunch of different things, yogurt, muffins, granola. Of course, you know, I got my little fruit jerkies that I always get. And I always feel really good about the products that I get. Hungry Root isn't just about being a meal kit service, it's also a grocery service. So you have a lot more flexibility. I think that you're gonna love Hungry Root as much as we do. Head over to hungryroot.com, use my code Leslie, and for a limited time you'll get 40% off your first box plus a free item for life in every box. So make sure that you use my code Leslie. All right, I'm gonna go give Jason his lunch before I sit here and eat it all. And a big thank you to Hungry Root for sponsoring today's video. Okay, do I foresee more videos where I fix people's home decor, like where the ones I did with like the AI? Yes, I definitely want to do those. Those were going along really well, and then all of a sudden they just kind of stopped getting watched. And so I don't know if people got bored with those or what. So I've been taking a little break from them, but I'm going to bring them back around and see if they catch back on and do some more because that is so fun. I love helping people do, you know, come up with ideas and different things like that. So yes, stay tuned. I love this question. When did your love of dachshunds begin and how many sweet dogs have you had? Did you know my very first dog as a child was a dachshund? Her name was Pokey. She's a big fat little black and tan dachshund like my little Evie right now. And then we had, by the way, I didn't name any of these dogs, so they're hilarious. So my mom and dad had Pokey and Fufu and Tutu. And so Evie is my fourth black and tan dachshund I've had in my lifetime. And then my other dogs that we've had personally as our family, Lily was on the channel before she passed away in 21. And then, you know, the love of my life is Mister. And so he is my little long hair chihuahua and he is 15 years old and he's just amazing. I want to tell you guys something because I talked about this over on Instagram and it is going to play into one of the questions and maybe I'll just answer that question really quick because it all goes together. One of the questions someone asked me, and I need to find it to read it specifically word for word, was basically, what do I not enjoy about making YouTube videos? And what I don't enjoy about making YouTube videos is trolls. Or people who, you know, you see a video each week for 10, 15 minutes and then you think you know that whole person's life and there's just a lot of judgment. And then people are like, oh, well, you put yourself out there, you have to deal with it. And they get really defensive if you ever clap back. For the most part, oh my goodness, thousands of messages have I ignored or blocked people, but there's always a few little subjects that get under my skin. And recently I had this person comment that I hardly ever show Mister, that I only show Evie, and it was a pretty sad way to treat a pet. And I just about died because I was like, well, this person does not know me and does not know what a pampered prince Mister is. And the reason Mister is not shown like Evie is on these videos is there's two different things happening. One, Evie is a Velcro dog. She is a dachshund. If you've owned a dachshund, you know what a Velcro dog is. Wherever I am, she is. And so that's how she gets in the videos a lot more. She's very outgoing, very personable. Mister is very old and he is sleeping 90% of the day, he's literally asleep below me right now under this bed. And then the other reason he isn't shown is he has a little collapsed trachea, so he coughs a lot. So when he is awake, he is coughing a lot. So I don't get to put him in the videos like Evie. So I guess to the outside world, I guess that would maybe look like he's being treated bad, but then I got the giggles because I was like, if we base like the amount of love or how someone's being treated on how much I'm showing them in a video, well, then I guess my kids and my grandkids aren't loved at all because I don't put them in any of the videos. So it didn't really make sense to me that people say that or have those kinds of thoughts. And so that is one of the things that drives me crazy. For the most part, we ignore those. We keep it positive and we just have fun. Someone wants to know, and I should probably have put this one on the Dementia channel, but they put it on mine. They said, have you read The Unexpected Journey by Emma Wilson? I haven't finished it, but it's a good read for wives and caregivers. No, I haven't read it, and I'm not going to read it. I might feel differently than other caregivers. Here's the deal. I'm in support groups and I hear about other people's lives. I don't want to read about it. I respect her, but that woman doesn't know anything more than I do. She's walking the same road that I do, and I don't want to hear her journey because I don't want to just make my whole life 24/7 about dementia. So when I have downtime and I want to read, I don't want to read about dementia. I'm already living that life. So I know other people find massive comfort in that. And it's just so funny how everybody's different. And I totally applaud that. I think that's great. I don't find comfort in that. I find stress in that. I find sometimes I can't relate because their situation's different. Everybody who has dementia, everybody's stuff is different. And so I don't relate to it. So no, I won't be reading that book, and I definitely won't be reading dementia books on my spare time. Okay, I love this question. Do you ever take a girl's trip to recharge and let your hair down? Okay. Not at this time. This is a really bad time for us to do that, just in our lives with my girls and where they're at with their families and where I'm at with this walk with Jason. We were maybe hoping to do something where we do like a mommy-daughter trip to Paris sometime. So that is in the back of our minds for the future. It's just not happening right now, but it will happen, and that'll be so fun. I'm looking forward to it. So I know that's in the future, but just not right at this moment. Is it hard to keep your favorite dark blue couch clean? I've always had leather and I could wipe it off. Does a fabric couch make it more difficult, especially if you have pets? Okay, I personally haven't had any issues. My couch is still looking brand new, but keep in mind, there's not a lot of traffic happening on this sofa. It's me, and I am laying in one spot all the time and almost a year now, and it still looks brand new. And my dogs lay on the couch all the time, and my grandkids come in and run around on it. But for me personally, the dark blue couch hides anything. I vacuum it. No issues. I love it. I still love it. My favorite couch I've ever owned. What is your favorite book genre, not biblical? And what is your favorite movie or movie genre that makes you relax, laugh, or feel good? All right. I'm struggling on reading right now, and I don't have a favorite genre at all. I used to love historical romance novels, and that was like my absolute favorite, and I'm struggling to read right now, so I'm no good at giving my opinion on that. I think we go through phases in our life where we get really into reading, and then we get out of reading, and then we get really into reading, and I'm in the no reading time. But I love like historical romance, Jane Austen, anything like that type movies. Honestly, I've watched Pride and Prejudice 750 million times, and if I ever just want to smile and feel good, that's it. I watch that movie. I can't even tell you, it makes me laugh. Mr. Collins kills me. But I love that movie. It makes me so happy. I just watched it like 3 days ago. What state do I live in? I live in Kansas. I love it. I can't say I lived here my whole life. I was born here. I was raised here. We moved away from the military and traveled around, and then we moved back here. Are you able to go to church and get together with friends? I am no longer able to take Jason to church in person. The last time we went to church in person, we walked in and Jason walked right back out. It didn't have anything to do with the Lord or anything. He can't do the crowds. It was very overwhelming. So we did go to Easter service because my niece was getting baptized at their church, and it's a very small church. So he did it. He got through it. It was not overwhelming. My church is large and it's overwhelming, and so he cannot do it. So we watch church from home now, and I miss being there in person, but I don't miss feeling like the whole time is Jason going to wig out. And then where I just didn't even feel like I could like focus in on the Lord because I was so worried about him that I actually now can focus more. Our pastor comes to visit us. I feel like God understands that this is where I'm at in my life for the moment. And he knows that he's like, just because I'm not sitting there, I'm there, and he knows it, and he understands the situation. He knows what's going on. So that's what we're doing right now. Did I go to school for decorating? Okay, no, I actually went to school and I have my bachelor's degree in nursing, but I have always loved to decorate, always. And so I did online courses and to get the technicalities of it down, but I'm going to be really honest. I don't think decorating and being a good home decorator has anything to do about the technicalities. Sure, there's the design rules in the interior design world and all that, but I personally think that everyone should decorate with what they love, and there's ways that you can make things look fantastic whether you know how to do it properly or not, and that's how I share with you guys. And so, but yeah, I did. I took online classes, and it did give me kind of a new, fresh perspective on how I look at things now, and I think it's been really helpful. Now, this question, if you've been following along, you know the answer to this. What is your favorite color in your home? Blue. Everything blue. And here's the best part, because blue's gotten like super popular. Do you guys know I've always loved blue? Go back and look at my very first home that Jason and I had. We had blue. I have always loved blue. And I always will. It's always going to be my favorite color. My little grandson's so cute because he's always like, Grandma, your favorite color is blue. Yes, it is. What is this question? No. I'm so sorry. Call Andrew Womack Ministries for healing for your husband. They have prayer counselors 24/7. Nothing is impossible with God. I'm not going to be calling Andrew Womack for healing for my husband because I have a personal hotline to Jesus. I don't know who this is. I'm going to pray because I have a personal relationship with the Lord, and we can pray that way. The Lord is my best friend and my Father, and I can call upon him anytime that I need, and we pray every day, all the time. So thank you. Oh, do I still diamond paint? You showed me what that was, and now I'm hooked. Yes, I do still diamond paint. I do it more in the winter, and then as spring and summer's around, we're always running around and enjoying the outdoor weather, so I don't sit down and do that. But when it's all cold and chilly and dark in the winter, I do that. So yes. Do you ever think of downsizing your home to make it a little easier on you? This is from, her name's Sandy. Sandy, I don't think that downsizing my home would make it easier on me. I will let you know something. Couple things to think about. I have a really awesome home where I don't have to go upstairs or downstairs. So as I age, I'm golden. Every single thing is on this main level. Laundry, kitchen, bathrooms, everything. I do not have to go up or down. But then I have the space when I need it. Because I've known people who have downsized, and then when they wanted to have their kids or their grandkids over, it was a tight squeeze. There wasn't a room for everyone. And that just wasn't, it really bothered them. And so I have the space if I need it for as we're getting older and people, families in town visiting and that type of thing. And then with the housing market the way it is. So we've lived in this house 23 years now. And we got this house so cheap that if I even remotely, yes, I would make good money off of selling it, but if I could never buy what I have now in today's market, I would end up getting something tiny for the amount of money that I have in this house. Does that make sense? It's just like not apples to apples. So the best thing for us financially, and the best thing for us with space, and the best thing for us with Jason is staying here in this home. This is what he knows. This is what he loves. That sunroom, I can't beat that sunroom. That is his 24/7 room. And yeah, we will definitely be staying here. And oh no, Mister's waking up. Yeah, we'll definitely be staying here. It's definitely the right move for us. This next question, it's pretty long, but I'll just get to the main part of it. She said, how do I keep our girls in the loop about their dad without overwhelming them? And I'm just going to be real transparent here. We don't do this tippy-toe around stuff anymore. We are deep into this. We are years and years into it, and it's like, yo, this is what your dad's doing now. We don't try and sugarcoat it. We just tell it how it is. Like, that's just always what we've done. And it just makes it easier to then just get it all out there. And I think the girls appreciate that honesty. And it just makes it so much easier when everyone is in the loop on an honest level and there's none of this tiptoeing around. So I suggest that for everybody. Don't try and sugarcoat it because you're trying to protect. Yeah, you want to protect your kids, but at the same time, you can't live one life over here where you're trying to take care of one person and you're trying to take care of them also by not hurting their feelings by what is out of your control. So no, I just tell it how it is. Okay, that was so fun. So it's probably been almost time at 3:30. Jason's answering questions over on his channel. So go head over and check those out. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.